think that maybe one of the, I think it must be Matteo Natino is not in the correct position. Off we go into turn number 1. The junior ROTAX field head out and get themselves underway down towards turn number 5. It's a very good start from our pole sitter. Lots of chopping and changing back in the middle of the pack there. Who is that in the Tony kart? Running in second position, is that Damiano Lanive? I think it could be, with Badoni in third. Now you have to apologize, my screen is saying a couple of strange things here, my timing screen, it has to be said. Not sure it's Boris Markovic in the race lead. And we're going to catch up with the running order in full. It's Giacinto. It's Matteo Montrone in second position. Then it's Badoni in third. Lorenzo Tino Sidler is fourth. Then it's Lorenzo Samatano, Andrea Remy, Lenny Nevio, Passeggio, Colin Mayer, Toby D. Dapp, Thierry Kilshanman. And off goes, that's the number 2 and 1. That's the privateer driver. That is Passeggio. Off the track from a very strong 7th place. It gets back going again, but Passeggio down in 21st and last position. Liam Flukinger also dropping to the back of the field, having an off on the opening lap of the race. Up front, it is Giacinto. There is the recovering MKC racing kart crossing the start-finish line now. Actually, no, Giacinto's had a moment as well. So while I wasn't looking, Giacinto out to the race lead, and it's now Matteo Montrone leading Brando Badoni. Tino Sidler was third. He's now been elbowed back to fourth because, what happened to Lorenzo Giacinto, I did not see. But the red mist has suddenly descended. He dropped from first to fourth. He elbows his way past Tino Sidler, who then runs right on behind and is coming together between, I think, Andre Remy and Colin Mayer, possibly. It's all going off here at the start of the Junior ROTAX final. We've got a 4-kart breakaway, followed by a 4-kart battle for 5th, 6th and 7th from the back of the grid. Matteo Natino, he was down towards the back of the grid because he didn't have his gloves on when the green flag waved and had to wait till the very, very end. He's fighting his way through, helped in no small part by the fact that several other drivers have fallen off in front of him. Tino Sidler, the defending champion, don't forget, in Junior ROTAX, has dropped down to 15th position. And Lorenzo Giacinto, who will probably not be getting a Christmas card from Tino Sidler, the JJ Racing driver, after that very forcible move down at turn 5 a lap ago. While Giacinto obviously was upset himself for losing the race lead and dropping all the way back to 5th position. He now finds himself back into 3rd position and hot on the heels of our 2 race leaders. It's number 203, the Tony kart of Matteo Montrone, leading Brando Badoni, trying to wrestle the lead away, but the man on the move, Lorenzo Giacinto, in that number 220 kart. Here he comes to the inside of Badone and squeezes Badone wide. Oh, it's a mirror signal maneuver, mirror image of what happened between Giacinto and Badone. And now Badone finds himself back in the lower reaches of the top 10. Wow. Giacinto, he dives in very deep and then runs the driver wide. And of course, neither Sidler nor Badoni they had 2 options. Slam the brake pedal, which would ruin their momentum, or try and hold on the outside. Oh, there's the number 233. Oh, the one and only Sebastian Usoren out of the race. So Usoren, who had a lot of fans on the live chat earlier on, is now out of the race. Unfortunately, his race over. So Matteo Montrone, number 203, leads from a very fired up Lorenzo Giacinto. We've seen Giacinto dive up the inside of another driver going into turn 5 twice. and then run that driver wide coming out of the corner. Now, on both occasions, I didn't see any contact between Giacinto and the other driver. But however, you know, the question is, was he in front, in which case he's entitled to take the racing line, or was he alongside, in which case he has to give racing room? That is a question, not for me to answer, but for everyone else in the world of officialdom to answer here at Franciacorta. Now, here we go. Is it going to be once, twice, three times a lady, so to speak, going into turn 5? No, but Giacinto is so strong coming out to turn number 4, which means that coming down that hill towards turn 5, he's just got more momentum, and you are heading downhill slightly, then hard on the brakes. Now, looking at Bodoni is in 8th position. Sidler is in 10th. So they're recovering. Now, of course, certainly Tino Sidler, he has got his eyes on the season-long championship. We're not quite sure. People like Montrone and Giacinto, the Italian contingent, where they'll be doing all the rounds. Here comes Giacinto at the inside now. Will Montrone back off? Yes. I think Matteo Montrone sort of went, right, okay, I'm going to let you go. And he dives back onto the rear bumper of the race leader. Now, these two drivers are 2.9 seconds in front of Lorenzo Sammartano. Lorenzo Sammartano in number 226 kart running in 3rd position. Thierry Kilchenman in kart number 266, the TB kart driver for the race zone team. Kilchenman is in 4th. Colin Mayer is 5th. Matteo Notino is into 6th position, ahead of Andrea Remy. Tino Sidler has battled his way back into 8th position for the JJ Racing team. Toby Didap is 9th, and Kalen Desanyaki, position. Andreas Lobu is in 11th, followed by Georgi Zasov and Boris Markovic, the recovering Lenny Nevio Pesegio. Then it's Dario Stiga, Damiano Lanivi, Charles Troxler, and Liam Flukiger. We have lost, sadly, Anai Tenti and Sebastian also Soren. So we've got 19 karts running as we start lap number 10 of 16. Still plenty of racing to go between Giacinto, the race leader, Montrone in 2nd position. There is Brando Bodoni being chased now by, I believe that is Matteo Notino. They have climbed back up to 4th and 5th position. In fact, Bodoni now in front of Notino and closing in on Lorenzo Sammartano. Every time I say Lorenzo Sammartano, why does my mind go back to Bruno Sammartano? He was a wrestler, I believe. Back to the leaders. Here's a wrestling match that you want to watch. It's Giacinto versus Montrone. And into lap number 11 we go. Back with us again, and it's still Giacinto just leading. Behind them, here comes a Notino battling with, is that now Sammartano? Yes, it is. So Brando Bodoni has got into 3rd position. Sammartano is down to 4th. Notino is 5th, and Colin Meyer is there in 6th position, lap number 12. Down towards turn number 5. Now, Giacinto caught Montrone and dive past very quickly, but Montrone is staying with the race leader, is not giving Giacinto any chance to pull away. As we move on to lap number 12, Badone in third, Samatano fourth, Natino runs in fifth, Maya is sixth, Tino Sidler is seventh, then it is Remy in eighth, Lobu is ninth, Dasanyake is 10th, and now look how close Montrone could almost tickle Giacinto on the back of the neck. He's so close to him as they head through turn number 2 and 3. But coming down through turn 4 and that straight, that's where Giacinto's kart is so much stronger than anybody else's. And you can see the gap he pulls away. But Montrone is using that really good slipstream that you get from the exit of turn 14 all the way up to the braking zone of turn number 2, which is pretty much flat chat here at Franciacorta. So they brake now for turn number 14, and it's now flat chat here all the braking zone of turn number 2. And just look at the gap that Montrone closes in through the kink at turn number 1, hard on the brake for turn number 2. But this is the point of the circuit now where Giacinto's kart is better. Hard on the brakes down towards turn number 5, and Montrone's not close enough. This is lap 14 out of 16 through turn 7 and 8. Almost like Montrone's got to start setting up Giacinto here for a move at going into turn number 2. So Montrone's got to get out of this corner very quickly. He's got to get a good run onto this straight, and then he's got to use a bit of the slipstream that he gets, which he is getting, and get an excellent line out to turn number 14. Now Montrone can start thinking, can he get that gap down from 10 kart lengths, 9, 8, 7, you see him bouncing up and down in the seat there, just to try and urge that ROTAX engine on ever so slightly more. It's not worked for him this time. They're on lap number 15 now, less than 2 laps to go. Badone is third, Natino fourth, Maya fifth, Siedler sixth, Samatano's dropped to 7th, Remy is 8th, Andreas Lobu is 9th, Zasov 10th, Dasanyake 11th, then it's Kilshanman, Passeggio, Markovic, Stiga, Lanivi, Troxler, Dapp and Flukiger. Lorenzo Giacinto looks over his shoulder just to see where his countryman, his fellow Italian, Matteo Montrone, sits. The answer is right there, about 5 kart lengths off his rear bumper. We begin lap number 16, out of 16, ultima volta. Into turn number 5. It looks as though Lorenzo Giacinto is going to just about keep the number 203 Tony kart at bay. The number 220 MKC Racing Tony kart chassis of Lorenzo Giacinto has got 2 more corners to negotiate, and Matteo Montrone is pushing, he's trying, but he's not going to get close enough. Out of the final corner, Junior ROTAX victory goes to Lorenzo Giacinto. Matteo Montrone is second. Brando Badone is third. Italian 1, 2, 3.